This is information and footage about pre-ride vetting. Before entering the vet ring, your horse must first be checked for identification against its logbook if it has one, and for age by teeth examination. A horse's age by teeth examination is a very critical element of endurance riding. A horse's age by birth date may indicate that it is eligible to participate in an endurance ride. However, its age by teeth examination may mean that it is immature by teeth age, which will mean that it is not eligible to participate in an endurance ride. Therefore, the teeth check is a very important aspect. When a horse has passed its identification and teeth check, it moves on into the TPR ring. TPR stands for temperature, pulse, and respiration. TPR ring can be an extremely busy area with many horses and lots of people wearing very strange clothing. Some horses find this environment very stressful. It is perfectly acceptable to enter the TPR ring with a buddy horse to help your horse remain calm. Your horse is required to stand still for at least a minute to have its pulse taken. The horse is required to have its temperature taken by rectal thermometer, and its respiration will be observed. TPR ring is a high-risk area for both horses and humans. Acclimatizing your horse to these sorts of situations prior to entering a ride will assist in maintaining safety for other horses and humans in the TPR area. Positive reinforcement for a calm horse is always a good thing. Now some advice for preparing your horse at home.
So it's really important to practice all of the things that we're showing you now at home. When it becomes second nature at home, it won't be a problem at a ride. Get different people to take your horse's temperature, the horse's heart rate, so they're familiar with strangers coming up to them and doing it. Doing these things on a regular basis, even after training rides, gives you a good indicator of your horse's fitness level, and you get to know your horse really, really well. So for starters, taking a horse's temperature when they haven't done it before, they usually like if you just give them a little rub and you can just desensitize the area. And then some people use a bit of gel or spit. If the horse does move around a little bit, you could place it against a wall or a fence. And if it gets very upset, you could pick up a front leg to make it stand still. It's very common that a horse can have different temperatures, just like we do. So if you take one day your horse's temperature early in the morning, it will be most likely less. If you take it on a hot day, it will be more. The average or normal temperature range for a horse is anywhere between 36 up to 37. 38 is kind of borderlining, but 38 is still okay. Anything above is not normal, and you might want to look at that if it continues to be high or the horse has any other symptoms of illness. Taking your horse's heart rate is of great importance. The horse's heart rate can be an indicator for stress, can be an indicator for fitness level, and just general welfare. To teach your horse to stand still for heart rate is also important in the vet ring. Any little interferences can raise the heart rate, so the more relaxed and the calmer your horse is and stands still, and again is used to different people doing anything to it, the more beneficial it will be for you at an event. We try and place our heart rate monitor just behind the elbow. Teach your horse to stand still for about a minute, because that's the time the vets and the TPRs will take the heart rate for. You can get heart rate monitors, handheld monitors that are digital, but the good old stethoscope is still the best way to be accurate. We want to listen for a really nice, regular, strong heartbeat. I'll probably leave the stethoscope on for about 10 seconds. Once the horse is fine with me being there, I'll start timing it. And I go for about a minute. It's also a good way to pick up any heart rate or heart irregularities like murmurs or double heartbeats. So again, you're actually getting to know your horse really, really well at home. So right now, her heartbeat is a really nice, steady, regular boom, 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 boom. And that's ideal what we're listening for. Some horses do go a little bit quicker, and that's fine. The average resting heart rate is about 28 to 34. And of course, when you've just been riding, the horse comes off track, it's really how quickly the heart rate can drop what's of importance. So the pre-ride heart rate can be really anywhere. So when you first bed in. So the next thing we're going to show you, and again it's a really good thing to practice and get familiar with what is normal for your horse. When there's stress within the horse, and things can go downhill really, really quickly, dehydration, not eating well or enough can cause some serious issues. Anything to do working on the back end, it is of vital importance that your horse is safe. We have a lot of volunteers, and some people get a little bit tentative with strange horses, so they might approach your horse different than to what you do. So please get your horse used to somebody else, brushing, touching in different places and on both sides, and safety always a paramount. For gut sounds, we want to hear a nice, strong, gurgling sound. And some horses are normally naturally quiet than others. So wet, loose and chaff, or hay, carrots, all that sort of food will increase the gut sounds. When you've just been out on track, let your horse have a pick out on track. Take the time, and again, teach your horse at home to be okay to stop and drink, maybe out of a bucket, out of a puddle, and also be able to eat out on track. If they don't eat and they don't drink, that's when we run into trouble. So the vets will go on both sides of the horse. They walk around, listen to the gut sounds on both sides, and they're really good. They're there to help us. They can pick up when the horse is in trouble. They might ask you, okay, you need to come back for a represent. Make sure your horse has had something to eat and is happy and comes back and looks bright again. So yeah, very important gut sounds. Another important thing is to look at the front end of the horse. Have your horse be okay with having somebody stick their finger up its mouth. The vets will go and look at its gum for hydration. So for you, you can start just gently playing and making sure it's okay. With all of the above. This will help you with maybe worming, giving it electrolytes, a paste, or any other supplements that need to be orally administered. Teach your horse at home to be okay with somebody having... Teach your horse at home to be happy and safe and okay to be in a yard over a longer period. If your choice of yard is going to be an electric yard, teach it at home to be safe in the yard. If your choice is metal yards, show them to the horse at home first. Once you turn up at the endurance ride and maybe you've had a longer journey and travel and the horse hasn't had a drink, please offer it a drink straight away and have fresh water available at all times. Choice of feed can be pretty much whatever the horse is used to having at home. For a 20k ride, the horse really in reality is okay with just some hay, maybe a bit of chaff, and your choice of grain. And if it's not on grain, it's fine. Make sure you clean out your yard, which we haven't done yet. Clean out your yard because it's just nicer for them to have a clean yard.
And provide feed at all times when they're in their yard. Good luck with your home training, and we look forward to seeing you at your first rides.